How's it going, everybody? It's Dean here once again from Our Gaming, bringing you a deck tech. So before we jump in, make sure to give the video a quick like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure to catch us on twitch.tv/ourdean. So even though we do have a sideboard hidden away, today we're giving you a deck tech for our Bant Spirit list. Now it's Bant only because it's splashing for Collected Company, which as you all know is such an incredible card, especially in this list. So the way that we try to win with this deck is two potential ways. The first is to get a Watcher of the Spheres out, and then it makes every other flyer that we have 1 mana cheaper, which is incredible. If we do play a flyer on top of that, it gets to pump the Watcher of the Spheres, which gets in for more incremental damage. Excellent. Other than that, we are looking to play as many spirits down as possible and then use cards such as the Supreme Phantom to buff those spirits, attacking for a lot of damage. And that's where Collected Company comes in clutch, because if we are able to fire off a Collected Company, it bumps our spirits, which can even act as a combat trick at instant speed. Alongside the Supreme Phantom, we also have the Empyrean Eagle, which acts much the same, but this acts to bump all of our flyers and not just the spirits. There's also a couple of combat tricks in the deck, such as the Herald, which acts to tap any other creature when a spirit enters the battlefield. And we also have a Rattlechains, which enables hexproof. And even better, this card comes in with flash, so we can catch those mono red decks unaware. We've got a little bit of card draw from the Spectral Sailor, but not too much. And in terms of removal, we have very little. We do have the Hanged Executioner, but again, it's going to be very slow to play this out. We need to play the creature and then we need to activate it on top of that. And we also have a Lofty Denial, but only 2 of in the deck. Now, most of the time, oppos are going to be paying 4 in order to counter a spell, so it is very powerful. So as you'll see from the 10 or so games that we've presented today, the deck does enough. Now, one of my potential problems is that this has been filmed on the 1st of September, so it is the start of a new season. So there's lots and lots of players playing aggro decks, such as Mono Red, Burn, or Rakdos. And the problem is with that is that if decks get underneath us, we don't have any board drafts, we don't have anything to hold our opponents back, and so they do get very quick wins. But when we do face decks that want a little bit more of a long-term game, we do seem to do extremely well. So before we jump into the video, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below if you've played a deck similar to this, and also at the end of the video to let me know what you think of the deck. Is it something that you'd like to try out? Remember, the deck list is in the description. Over the next few days, I'm also going to be filming a video with the sideboard options included, so we're going to go into best of 3 to see whether the deck is as powerful in best of 3 as it is in best of 1. So make sure to look out for that video. Without further ado, wish us luck and let's jump into those games. Okay, so game 1, we're against Dopas. And what do we have? We have a Temple Garden. I mean, all these are 3 drops, right? I think we've got to mulligan. Give ourselves a little bit more freedom. And this looks good for me, so I'm going to keep. I'm probably going to get rid of one of the Watchers and play it out. So Temple Garden first. Then we're going to go into the Fortress, into the Watcher. Yeah, I think this is the smartest play. Opens up all of our mana as well. Get ready for Coco. Duress. Duress doesn't hit us, right? Unlucky. Unfortunate. Thoughtseize is a much better card there, of course. We do get rid of the Element of Surprise now, though. We're going to go for the Fortress into the Watcher. Makes everything cheaper. And we pass. Next turn, we're hoping to go for the Eagle into the Rattlechains. Okay, so what's Oppo playing here? Planeswalkers. Narset. So we do get to kill the Narset as long as they down tick, which they are going to do, of course.
And prepare.
Let's see what they get. Okay. Slight annoyance there. I think we should go for the Eagle. Now, there is a world where we just hit face here. There is a world where we hit face. It all depends on Oppo's ability to wrap our board. I'm going to go for the Phantom. Oppo's got it, they've got it, you know. Oppo's got it, they've got it. We're going to go face. Next turn, we can kill the Narset. Bounty King.
I have just the trick for this.
And we've got actual powerhouse here. So at the minute we've got 3, 6, 8 damage. Rattlechains and the Brazen Borrower. Both castable next turn. Looking at the Supreme Phantom. First time I've actually looked at the artwork on this properly. It's quite good. I mean, I've got no idea. I'm assuming they're hands. Okay, so Oppo with a Karn. Because Oppo only got 3 mana. Problematic if so. There's a 4th. Wrath of God mana. Oppo slow planers, the slow planers. Okay. Mind Stone. Oath of Kaya into the Watcher, I am assuming. Okay. Feature. Doesn't really do what Oppo wants it to do, right? Do I have to keep up the Rattlechains? I think I do. Let's go in for combat both. Oppo's down to 14. End the turn. On. That's a lock for him. Double flash, depending on what we need to do here. Okay, Narsets. Oppo's digging for an answer. I think they're a little worried about this. I mean, I would be worried. I would be worried. Put the top card. At the minute, these two aren't winning the game at the minute, right? Let's see what they hit with the Narset. Duress. Yikes. They're going to fire off the Duress? Maybe. Maybe. So for us, if Oppo does nothing, we're going to play out the Brazen Borrower. Okay. What are you doing with that? Better mana cost 1 or less.
Somebody
not ours.
You.
Not ours,
I'll
you're
make
not.
them suffer. I hope you said I'll be back.
They're gaining life. They can deal damage. Has to attacks. Okay, play in the Brazen Borrower. Lofty Denial seems good, actually. We just hit face here. Oppo could draw. I mean, we could absolutely wrath their board. Yes. I guess we could actually just wrath their board. Play it safe? Maybe. Let's go. Combat. Here, here, and here. Damage dealt. Damage dealt. Okay, Oppo's at 22.
This was
and we end our turn. We've got the Rattlechains. We've got the Lofted Denial. Hopefully they're not going to play the Duress. The Duress would be annoying. I want them to go straight for the Karn so they've got enough mana to play something else. Okay, they are able to hit the Duress. The problem, of course, that they've got ED. ECD is actually quite funny. So what are you gonna go for? The Brazen Borrower, the Eagle. So this jumps in and you give something hexproof, right? If this hexproof, Oppo whiffs. I don't think they were expecting that, and that's got to be a massive disappointment to our opponents, who now actually can't do anything, right? Why is that? Actually, oh, it must have land in hand. Oh, we've got a second one as well. The thing of beauty there, chat. Right, so let's go in. Oppo's down to 9, and we end our turn. Both of these have got flash. Non-creature spells cost 1 more. 2 more. Seems fair. Maybe a Karn. So look at what's giving it the most power. The fact that we've picked up a second Rattlechains is very bad for our opponent. Very, very bad. On. Nothing much we can do. They go up to 11.
Our actions determine the course of history.
May choose an artifact from outside the game.
My allies are counting on
3 mana up, chat. At the minute we're presenting lethal. That's Casket, nice. And what's that looking at? The Eagle again. X-proof. Give them the GGs. Take the Eagle. And we attack in lethal. Boom, boom, boom. Good first win under our belt. It's a very strong deck. Very strong deck. Has a lot of answers. I like it. Okay, so game 2. Unknown opponent. I mean, I don't like this at all. Don't like this at all. Oppo goes first. It allows us to draw into something, but I think we need a cleaner hand, and this is exactly that. I think we get rid of the Coco and play out. Hallowed Fountain into probably the Shacklegeist, right? Got 2 of them now. Lofty Denial is fine. I mean, this flashes in so it can't get countered. I do actually like the fact that we can flash that in without being countered. Oppo cycling a sensor. That's interesting. So we knew they had it. They could have a second one. Ooh. Snapping off the Narset is very good there. We do obviously lose a turn. But play out the Watcher. It makes everything cheaper. Now we can play 2 cards next turn. But yeah, getting off that Narset is absolutely fantastic for us. Interesting. Do we try and play the Supreme Eagle, or do we wait a little bit? I feel I'll wait a little bit. We'll play the Shacklegeist, see what Oppo has. Interesting. We go for a second one here. I think we don't. I think we kind of preserve ourselves slightly. And we pass. With Oppo playing Esper, they're open to Wraths. They're open for lots of things, which is targeted removal. Eliminates there is good. So we can play in the Rattlechains. And we give that... Oh, no, 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 no. We can't. That's a mistake by me there. That's a mistake by me. Okay. Live and learn. Live and learn. Grab the Carnarian. Okay, not so good for us there. Not so good at all. Do we go for the Supreme Eagle or the Shacklegeist? Probably go... Eagle definitely gets it down, right? Eagle gets it down. It avoids a Cry. Oppo's main deck can Cry the Carnarian, by the way, so they must be expecting lots of aggro decks. Teferi. Now, is Teferi going to bring the Eagle back to our hand? No, they're not. Okay, interesting. Untap 2 cards. Remember, they still could have a Sensor. Ooh, eliminate instead, though. Heartless Axe eliminate. We could do it with a Coco really, really quickly. What's Oppo? Oppo's got full control on. I think they forgot about the Heartless Act. Give them the Yorgo just to kind of remind them that, you know, they've still got the full control on. Beautiful. Coco is good. Now the thing is, Oppo could have a counter spell. I actually want to run out the Coco now. Interesting. mean, I think I'm going to go for this and this. Makes everything slightly cheaper. We could get lots of damage in next turn if this is allowed to live. I think Oppo is going to have a Wrath. We're out of Cry of the Carnarian mana. Whoa, toughness range. Looking at the Eagle. We've got Wrath of God. They've got things such as ECD. And of course they've got this like smaller removal in the Eliminating the Heartless Act. Ashiok is not ideal. Bringing the Watcher back to my hand. They're not bringing the Watcher back to my hand.
All your fears are given form.
Hey. Gonna try and play this down. Nice. Now what do we care most about? I think we want to kill the Ashiok, right? I certainly want to kill the Ashiok. Feels good. And we will end our turn. Now, if Oppo goes to down tick the... what are they going for? The Fort Siege here. I mean, this has got to come in, right? Because we lose it if not. Oppo looks like they've got a counter. Pumping. Probably give this Eagle the hexproof. Forces of Veraska. Yikes. In which case, let's tap this down whilst Oppo's manaless. Fairy's still alive next turn. Does 2 damage to Oppo. They're going to down tick or they're going to uptick. Uptick saves the Teferi. Unless I, of course, draw into a flyer. Looks like they went for the uptick. Racking the mana in. Bay of Wishes. Okay, so they're looking for a blocker. The Teferi doesn't die. Understood. Understood. Let's go for the Watcher. Straight down of interest. And I think here... do I just get 3 damage in? I just get 3 damage in here? Okay. We want to get Fairy off its ultimatum.
Time for plan B. As soon as I think of one.
Narset is slightly annoying. Hopefully looking for another Coco. Sensor is fine. Sensor doesn't do anything for us. That's why they're going to cycle it. Oppo gets to uptick with the Teferi. Although they might be thinking about down ticking something. No?
We need to move quickly.
Okay. Mana. Oppo gets in for 2. We exile 2 cards, right? Ah, there was one of the Cocos. Coco in the Fountain. Yikes. Nebelgast. Seems good. Now we can kill the Teferi here. Well, I say killing the Teferi as long as they haven't got a shark. I think we go to kill the Teferi if at all possible. Oppo kills the Rattlechains, but we should get in for 6. Nice. Feels good. End the turn. Represent that we're keeping up a Coco. Oppo is going to bring the Fair Wishes back to their hand and probably... yeah. Seems good. Seems good. So this is 4 mana, right? Oh yeah, man. This guy's a good card. This guy's a good card here. Killing one of the Watchers. Another Teferi, but this time no Ash of Time.
My
And
skills are aged.
okay, so we lose a couple of cards. We lose a Sailor, which is nice card draw. No blocks. Run this card. Lofty Denial is fine. Oppo can get around it though, right? So draws and discards.
I wish I
Not
knew
discarding
that
the
was
Wrath of
coming.
Gods. Interesting. Interesting. So here, hopefully we're going to have enough to counter whatever they play. But that only works if they play it this turn, right? If they play it next turn, we're in a little bit of a sticky situation. I would have actually, I mean, what would they be looking for here? What is it that they're looking for? Grixis Revelation, okay. That seems good for me. They can't keep bringing it back into their hand then, right? Okay, we'll lose the Spirit Ghost. Forward card draw. Got to be kidding me. Got to be kidding me there. Got to go in for both of them again. And this is problematic. Oppo's drawing again. Got so much card draw. We do get rid of a Teferi. The Narset doesn't really impact us at all. We're going to play the Sunpetal Grove and we're going to pass. Oppo's going to be gaining life with the Sphinx's Revelation. And that's going to not only gain them life, but it's going to draw them at the minute 5 cards. Could be 6. Go down to 6 life. I mean, we're desperate for a Coco here. Absolutely desperate. 5 cards, 5 draw. Green Phantom. Get some damage done. End the turn. At least we've got a blocker for the Supreme. We haven't. We GG's here. Is that we're going to go face or Phantom? We lost a Eagle and a Kira. Kira's awesome there, actually. Another Narset.
I have practiced
Oppo's
against
going
many.
through their Narsets here.
Meditate.
We can't attack
Prepare.
Narset or we die. Of interest. Now, I think that Oppo's just got too much card advantage here. Cry the Carnarium. Finishes it off, and I think it's going to be a GG's. Unless we draw into a Coco. A Coco could potentially save us. But no, it wasn't meant to be. I think we keep playing out just because we're not dead yet, right? We're not dead yet.
I have just the trick for this.
GG's. Okay, interesting. Okay, so drink water. Let's see if we can put drink water to bed. Mana looks good. UK opponents. 2-drop into a 3-drop seems good for me. Let's give him a low. It's only polite, right? Ooh, no hello back from our opponents. Vicious. I mean, the Fable passes down first, which is interesting. We crack the Fable passes. Maybe they're short on mana. Maybe it's a bad mana formation. Back. Thoughtseize, not ideal for us. Probably take our Supreme Phantom or Collector Company. I mean, Collector Company is quite scary, but it's not the be-all and end-all of our deck. I mean, okay, they took Coco. They'll 2 damage themselves. Dragon Skull Summit, maybe playing another Thoughtseize. Citrus Supplier, okay. Losing an Arcanist there is going to feel bad for our opponent. We play the Supreme Phantom and pass. Next turn we play the Empyrean Eagle and Pyromancer. Go for the Eagle. And we're attacking. This is now a 3/4 flyer. It's going to be bigger next turn. There's also the Herald, which allows us to tap. I mean, that's a good flash creature. Heartless Act, I mean, okay. Yikes. Oppo gets in for... Not ideal, of course, but, you know, sometimes... I do like this. I do like this, but I think let's go for the Eagle first. Keep the pressure on our opponent. And if Oppos get a way to get rid of the Fiend... What's it? Probably get rid of the planes there. We only need 4 mana. I mean, they want that alive, right? They want cards in their graveyard for Croxer. They've already got enough. They've already got enough cards. Maybe we do it anyway. I kinda like the Kira. Kira feels good, but what can... Let's go for the Kira here. Attacking for 5. Because now we've got lethal next turn, right? We've got exactly lethal next turn so far. So this means that if Oppo does have a removal spell, they need to have 2. I actually really, really like this. Croxer doesn't do it for them. They're scrambling to find an answer here. I mean, they could Feign one of them, but it doesn't really do it. They've got some life gain here from the Archfiend Vessel, so it might have to block the Archfiend. Scoop from Oppo. Take that win. I mean, they had to attack him with the Archfiend there, sadly. Okay, so Lucas DMCX. I don't know. Coco mana, Temple Garden into Hinterland or Glacial. 2-drop into a 3-drop. Seems good enough. Keeping up a Lofty Denial, perhaps? Okay, so Oppo's on Gigantha. So what is this? Is this just mono red? Not the best against mono red. We've not actually faced mono red. But I feel that it's one of the games that we lose unless we get hot off the blocks, which this one sadly isn't. Ooh. Oh, with a little bit of a sneeze there, bless it. Let's see where we're going. Oppo. Ah, red. There we go. We called the mono red. Soulscar Mage comes in. And it looks like we've got to go Temple Garden and pass. Now, this is quite good. So, Pyromancer deals 2 damage off against him for 1. Noise. Glacial Fortress, play the Supreme Phantom. This is a blocker on the Pyromancer. I think we've got to push to go and get the Kira out, in all honesty. Coco's going to be important as well. 2 of the critics. Yikes. We get him for 4. Taps the creature. Close them down, maybe? Okay, let's go for it. Cut down the Soulscar Mage. Okay, these up happily. But no damage has been done. Okay, that's important. No damage has been done. Here, I feel that we can play the Hinterland Harbor. Go for the... Okay. Gonna go for the Rattlechains and keep up a Lofty Denial. We go for that? Where's this? When you... If a source... Oh, it's got Prowess, so that's when you cast, right? yourself hexproof. And there was too much of a pause there. I think Oppo's got something. Let's see what they go for with 5 mana. They could be playing with the Gamma. We've got a Lofty Denial, which is excellent. And here we go. So this can enter and we get to tap that. I mean... okay, I kind of like that. Let's attack in. Let's try and build this slow and steadily. I mean, it's never ideal, right? But if Oppo's sitting on lots of... No. I moved that around. I didn't mean to. Rats. Okay, that's not ideal. I meant to play the Herald, but I forgot that all of our creatures have. Flash. We might be able to get away with this actually. I mean, if Oppo has got burned, they should be going face. I took the stage. Grim Lavamancer. Executioner. Executioner's quite nice. It doesn't really do everything that we need to, but it does create another body. So I think let's go into the attacks here. Deal 4 damage and we pass. Oppo's going to probably sack the ruins maybe? Whilst they've got mana on their turn. Oh no, they can't, they haven't got enough. What do we do with about the Bone Crusher Giant? Probably nothing, right? Probably nothing. So they've got a target. Wizard's Lightning is annoying. 3 damage. Oppo's trying to fill me out, see what we've got. Do the critics, not ideal. And I mean, it feels like it's GG's. Get the Herald in. Tap down the Soul Scar Mage. Has Oppo got anything here? I mean, we don't have anything at all, really. Like, these creatures themselves don't buff themselves. Okay. Rune, yeah. Oh, I mean, that was just GG's, but okay. That was GG's. I mean, this is game here, right? We needed another mana for us to use the Hanged Executioner, sadly. GG's Oppo. And they just hit me twice with that. So we lost against Mono Red, which is a complete shame. Okay, so against Crody. And what do we have here? 1 drop. Ah. Very expensive. We are going first though, so not too bad. I think we can keep this. Play everything else tapped, right? Okay, Oppo with a mulligan. That's good for us. Pass to Oppo. Representing Opt or representing a Sensor cycle. Oppo with a Cage. I mean, Cage doesn't do anything for our opponents here. Ooh, Fortress is good. We're going to play down the Breeding Pool. In for 1 damage. And we've got Coco mana now. Remember, we're only winning 4 Cocos. That's the only green card in our deck. Trial of Ambition is annoying, especially on the ladder. Now, we don't know why. We don't know why that is. Eagle? I think let's go for the Hanged Executioner. 2 creatures. So this gets to exile only a target creature for 4 mana, okay? Treacherous Blessing. Useful for our opponent, though. Useful for our opponent. I think we've got to go for an Eagle here, right? I think we've got to go for an Eagle. Attack in 4/4. Take our opponent down to 15. And now we've got 6 damage in the air. Oath of Kaya is going to kill the Eagle. Kills 3. They gain life themselves. Now we've got the Phantom, which is... I kind of like the Phantom keeping up Lofty Denial, in all honesty. And we attack him. Pass back to Oppo. Keep up Lofty Denial. Oppo's only got 3 mana. Age. Flicker of Fate. I don't want them to have that. Does Scoop. Yeah. I mean... Yeah, you do. Okay, so Abstain 12. What do you think of this? I mean, I think we have to keep, right? Because we've got a 2-drop and a 3-drop. We've got the Collector Company as well, should we get the mana for it. But let's go for the Hallowed Fountain tapped first. Irrigated Farmland at the minute looks like it's going to be cycled. Oppo with a Gitu Lava on it. Hey. Mainly block creatures with flying. I think we go for the Shacklegeist here. Okay, that's interesting. We're actually getting some of the kind of the burn to our creatures and not our face. Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike's coming next, right? In which case, I think I like our ability to... I want to go for the Brazen Borrower, play it down, or I just want to throw it back into his hand. Let's go for the planes, and we pass. See what Oppo goes for here. Pass to attacks. I mean, let's go for the Brazen Borrower, bring this back to their hand. Preserving as much life as we possibly can. Okay. Now, are they going to fire off the Wizard's Lightning? They are. We can shock in the Sailor. Down to 14 here. And I actually like playing down the Hallowed Fountain, get the Execution down as well. Got a blocker for the Pyromancer. Then we can exile potentially something else. It's not ideal, let's put it that way. Okay, the lava on it. Nice. It's a shame we didn't have a Lofty Denial there. Oppo gets in for 4. We go down to 9, and I think that's all she wrote there, right? That target creature opponent controls. Yeah. On the red, we're having some difficulties with it. I don't actually know what we could do for it. Instead of, I mean, if this is best of 3, we do have like the Knights of Autumn, Lightning Strike, GG. Lightning Strike certainly is GG's here. Few of the critics. Oh. GG's. Oppo had absolutely everything there. Let's just cycle this, see what we would have got. Hinterland Harbor? Okay. So there was a Cocoa mana. But if we'd have cycled that, we'd have still only had 3, so we weren't there. We needed another turn. Okay, so Carry Kong. We need to remember that even though we are losing against lots of mono red, this is the first day of the season, and as such, people will be trying to rank up. I think we keep this, right? We're on the play, so we get a Watcher, which makes everything cheaper, so actually we can play everything in our hand on turn 3. Upper Garden tapped. Past the Oppo, who kept 7. Thoughtseize. Should be taking the Watcher here. Nice. I mean, are we going to go for the Shacklegeist? Oppo's not on Cry the Carnarian Mana just yet. Another Thoughtseize takes out Supreme Phantom, I believe, or maybe Coco was the shout there. Has Oppo got a second black mana source? They do. They have Temple of Malice, so they get to Scry. And an Eagle, not good enough there for us, sadly. Yikes. I wasn't expecting to be in this situation. A third Thoughtseize. Seems good. Nice. Flashes in, but I think we need to try and get as much damage as we can now, right? So now we're both of our creatures are out of Cry the Carnarian mana. Nikki B. I mean, you just get rid of Coco? Probably, right? Irrigated Farmland. We get to tap Nikki B, and we get to do 5 damage. Great to see, and we're going to play down the Irrigated Farmland. Green Graveyard, 4 mana out. At the minute, we've got lethal. At the minute, we've got lethal. However, Oppo's likely to have something, right? I'm going to tap these two. Tap Nikki B, hopefully. And we're going to go in. This is where I'd love to draw Lofty Denial. We're going to go in for 3. Oppo might have Heartless Act. Ooh, they didn't have anything by the looks of it. And end the turn. Could we get away with this? Could we get away with it? I mean, Oppo can't afford... Yes, we do. Yes. We beat Grixis. Grixis, of course, doesn't have Triumph, so their mana can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Okay, so against Tono. Let's see what they've got on offer. This feels like an excellent keep. Oppo mulligan, I believe. I'd actually like to play the Spectral Sailor down on 1, I think. Play on Oppo's turn, though, but we're going to... And say go. Nice. We pass. This is actually quite good against decks such as this, where have like lots of burn to face. We're going to be playing the Sailor down. We're going to be probably chopping in one of our... What do we actually get rid of? I think we get rid of one of our Rattlechains. Try and be mana efficient here if we can. Eagle looks good for us. Temple Garden. Attacking for 1. This has got flash, right? Oh. Now we'd like to see Oppo target the Spectral Sailor. Let's go Firebrand. We're going to give them a nice. Beautiful. Rattlechains comes in. We did maybe do a little bit of a power play there, insinuating that actually Oppo did really well by, you know, playing down that card. Which, you know, in all honesty, it's not the worst idea. Now this is quite nice, but I think let's play the Eagle down and get as much damage down as we can do. We can take Oppo down to 14. Wait, is Oppo going first or second? Are they mana screwed? They are. What a shame. I'd like to have seen how that game panned out. I don't know who's playing the Fanatical Firebrand exactly, but... Okay, so we're against Dado. Okay, so we're against Dado Damak. Great name. And what do we have here? We have a turn 1 Sailor. Rattlechains can come in. It's a little bit of a tricky one, but I think we have to keep on the. I think we have to keep on the play. Keep up the pressure as much as possible. At start oppo. Let's see what they're playing. Are we going to see another red deck? If we are, we might be in trouble. But we do have 2 Rattlechains that give a target spirit hexproof. The only thing this doesn't work against are the Brazen Borrowers and the Watchers. Okay. Hinterland Harbor. Is Oppo playing the same deck we are? Could be. Could be. Alright, let's attack in for 1. Keep up the Rattlechains. If they are, it's a bit of a race, and Oppo might be winning that race. Okay, we're just going to play out the Rattlechains here. If hexproof to itself, I think we're good. Beautiful. Island. Back in. I think we can play out the Hanged Executioner. Pass back to Oppo. So at the minute we've got 5 damage in the air. Oppo with an Uro. Surprise, surprise. Now if we get a green mana, we can fire off a Collected Company. I think we're in a good spot, in all honesty. Irrigated Farmlands. Not ideal. Let's go for a cycle. Ooh. Now we can't play this down, can we? Can next turn. I think we shock this in. Let's go in for 5 damage. Keep up for Rattlechains. And then into a Collected Company the turn after. Just in case Oppo manages to get into a board Wrath or something similar. We'll be a Nissa here. If it's a Nissa, it's not ideal for us. We can... additional land each turn. Okay. I mean, I'd love you to shock it in. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd love you to shock it in. Is this just Simic Ramp then? Rattlechains comes in. Take the Executioner. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We don't get lethal. We don't get lethal, so I think maybe we don't. The way I see it is there's no point. There's no point in playing the Eagle if it doesn't give us lethal. I might as well keep up the Collected Company. Because Oppo is going to be scrambling for a way to beat us, right? They could play the Arboreal Grazer as a... The Arboreal Grazer acts as a blocker for one of the flyers. But Oppo's just ramped in now. They're nearly at Ugin mana. Well, they are at Ugin mana. Okay.
Strive for balance in all things.
-3. That's 2 attacks.
Return to the essence of the multiverse.
Now we could even... What are we looking for here? Eagle seems good and the Kira seems good? Or do these just bump each other? They do, right? Get the block in here. I mean, it's a frivolous block in all honesty, but... Then we play the Eagle down. We pump everything and we have lethal. Oppo, GG's my friend. That was a good win. That was a good win. We played that very smartly as well. We played that very smart, keeping both the Eagle and the Collected Company back. Okay, so against Marcus Aurelius, and it's fine. It's not an amazing hand, but like I just don't think that we can be mulligan hands like this. I mean, it looks better now. We've got a Coco coming up. Oppo could be Winota. I'm excited to see how Nahiri works with Winota in the new up and coming set. I'd need to. I mean, I'm not a massive Winota player, so... Okay, 10th District Legionnaire is a little bit of a pain, I must admit. Rattlechains comes in. Legionnaire. Giant Strike, draw a card. Okay. Do we trade off the Rattlechains for one of the Legionnaires? I feel we do. I feel we have to. Take 4 damage. Temple Guardian. I mean, let's play out a Supreme Phantom and we pass. We take as much damage as Oppo gives us and then hope that the Collected Company comes in clutch. I don't know if it will. Oh, it feels so bad. Wait, has Oppo got a removal spell for the Phantom? No blocks. We're looking to see some pumps here, chat. Fight Strike, draw a card. Put a counter on it. All good. One thing this deck doesn't have is a lot of removal. We do have 2 Hanged Executioners. It's not enough though. Not enough at all. Reckless Rage. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should have blocked. Interesting. I think we have to pass. We have to pass and see where Coco gets us. I mean, if we can fall into a Hanged Executioner, we will be happy here with Coco. Dreadlord, Arcanist. Can Oppo give this haste at all? Looks like they... Good for battle. Yikes. I mean, okay. Ready for combat. We hit Coco. I mean, we need to block this because they can pump it. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Exactly what we wanted to see there as well. Exactly what we wanted to see. Now, Oppo can make this... Shock. Nice. Ah, what a shame. The Eagle. Yeah, it's got to be Coco, right? Got to be Coco, I think. I mean, Oppo just had to have Shock there, essentially. Essentially, they just had to have Shock. What are they playing out? Good for battle? Seems fair. Seems fair. Collected Company. I mean, what are we looking for here? Tap target opponent. Ah, drats. Bit too late for that now. We're going to go Eagle and Herald. Too late, too late. God's willing anyway. Is that good, God's willing? They can give it a protection from blue. Protection from blue. They always had the win there. Okay, GG's. GG's Oppo, and we won't waste any more of their time. They get through with 9 damage. Okay, so against Dario. Really bad mana. Really bad mana. I think we have to mulligan here. And this is slightly better. Let's keep. Let's pop one of the Hallowed Fountains away. And we're going to go Island, say pass. Chalked it in. So this is going to be, what, one of the Stitchers, maybe? Let's see. Oppo takes out the Watcher. Akira, okay. Fortress and... I mean, I'm probably just going to go with the Watcher here, right? It'll be an expensive process for them if they hit the Thoughtseize again. Oppo might be thinking about it. Shock, okay. Eagle. And we pass. Oppo's got a full grip. I mean, we started off really well. It's just that, you know, sometimes if your opponent is hitting key cards in your hand, not too much you can do about it, in all honesty. Flash, Lofty Denial. I mean, these feel good. Let's attack him. And we end the turn. Can we counter this? I don't know if we can counter this or not. Give this hexproof. Probably going to get rid of this. Sadly. Sadly. Oppo gets in for 1 damage. Shock and a Fort Siege left. Playing. Nice. And nothing too much we can do about this one, chat. Grove seems good. We pass. Oppo's probably going to attack in, and I would probably hit the Fort Siege just to be sure. Want to be doing that pre-combat though. I mean, you want to be hitting the Fort Siege pre-combat and then the Loras post-combat. Oh no, you can't because only 1 black, 2 black. I mean, Oppo's pretty much scoped out everything there is to know now. Got no cards in the graveyard that they can play, right? Well, there's just Shock. I mean, Oppo probably attacks in both here and shocks. I can't block with the Eagle. Interesting. Let's see where they go with the Shock. I mean, are they going to hit the Eagle? Or are they going to hit Phase? I was going to say, you probably have to hit Eagle here, right? No blocks. Phantom. Seems good. Pass to our opponent. Now we've got a blocker on the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Nothing for them to use. Stitch a Supplier. Now that will likely put things into their graveyard. They've got a Shock. Okay. For the Death Dweller. Nice. Nice little play there by our opponent. Herald. That target creature opponent. I mean... 5 damage him. A block on the... I mean, what's Oppo going for here? Probably going to play the Arcanist. Give it haste. Shock? I mean, Oppo's got to attack him with the Loras here, right? Because if they don't attack him with the Loras, we've potentially got lethal next turn. I mean, do we actually have lethal next turn regardless? 11, 4. Ooh. No, that takes us to 7, 8, 9. We'd have to have something like... we'd have to have another Eagle. We'd have to have another Eagle for Oppo to... Village Rites, okay. Interesting. Why don't you refill the hand? Phyrexian Tower. Nice. Yeah, that's what our opponent needs to do. They need to be able to attack in here. And there is a world where they... I was going to say, there is a world where they attack in with the Gargoyle anyway. Is it a Gargoyle? Demon? It looks like a God. They're going to shock the Herald, maybe. You got to shock the Herald here. No blocks. If it goes up to 13. Nice. I've got to play this now, right? Wait, it doesn't matter. 5. Nope. Not enough, sadly. Not enough. They... What did they actually go for here? Loras is very, very difficult for me to contain. I mean, I've got a couple of nice blocks in the air, but... It's a supplier. Seems good. Ooh, no, 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 no. Ah, that's not what I wanted. GG's. GG's. The Oppo brings us back, deals 3 damage to us and just swings with everything. I think there was a world where we might have had it until they hit the Stitcher Supplier. But we're going to offer Oppo the GG's. We can see them rummaging through their graveyard. And yeah, it just wasn't for us. So our decks seem to be very good in this kind of slow, dirtily decks, but in the aggro decks, they're falling off tilt slightly. Let's play out 2 more and let's see where we go from here. Okay, so Mr. J in our penultimate match. I mean, 2 and 3 drops, all of the mana that we need. It's hard to say no to this hand. It's very hard to say no. Let's keep. Go Prospector. So we're against Goblins in best of 1. Shacklegeist is okay, not the best. Temple Garden, and we pass. Snoop, 1 damage. Okay, the Watcher's quite interesting because it makes everything cheaper. Let's go for the Hinterland Harbor, play out the Watcher, and next turn we can play out at least 2 creatures. I'm gonna try and be mana efficient. Maybe go for the Hanged Executioner and then War Chief. Probably a card you want to get rid of, right? Upper gets him for probably 2. Probably attack him with a Snoop here, right? If they don't attack him with a Snoop here, it insinuates that they might have Muxus in hand. Okay, because of that, I don't think they do. So let's carry on. And we're going to go for a Fortress. And we're going to play down a tap target creature opponent control. I like that. Kind of like that. But I think let's go for the Hanged Executioner. Nice. That the Phantom gives us some. It gives us some decent blockers now. And I think we have to attack him with the Watcher. We don't want to be wasting all of that kind of great energy that we got. So Oppo could have the Muxus. We'll see. We'll see. Guys can only block creatures. Second Scope Prospector. Volley Veteran. Okay, nice. Not ideal for us, not ideal, but I understand Oppo's play there. 4-2. 4 blocks. Slows us down considerably. I think we had to do it. Oppo's just short on mana here. Rattlechains is fine. Let's go for a Herald. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature opponent control. Or another Spirit as well, so it doesn't just have to be this one. You may cast Spirit spells as though they had. You may cast Spirit spells although they had Flash. I mean, that's quite interesting, right? I think I'm going to attack him for 3 damage here. Boom. And end the turn. Goblin Ringleader. Ah, so this can act as a Krenko. We're going to go for a Rattlechains. Nice. Have this. Oh, wait, no. What am I doing? I'm giving something hexproof. I'm giving this hexproof. Gonna tap this. And play this in. We're gonna tap this. There's Muxus. I mean, Oppo should probably think about playing Muxus now. In all honesty, we've got loads of tap creatures. If I've plays Muxers now, it's probably GG's, right? I mean, what have I got in the air? I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 in the air. And again, it looks like we're being beaten by this aggro build. Solve. I'm going to tap it. Ooh. A whiff from our opponent, a rare whiff. Coco would be pretty good here, actually. Is Oppo going in? We'd probably just take it if they do. I think we've got one chance to win this, and it needs to be a Coco off the top. Trinko works too. 5/1/1s. I mean, it's still the same principle, right? Still the same principle. We essentially need to get 2 eagles off the top. 2 eagles off the top would give us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Enough. Going for the Watcher. The Watcher's the card you need to hit. I mean, all of these things are... Really? Okay. Nice. An Oppo there with the potential GGs. The Snoop's coming clutch. I've never actually seen a Snoop do so much work before. Okay, and they're playing the Krenko as well. She's going to make more. Get 21. I mean, GG's. Nowhere near. Nowhere near with that one, chat. Okay, so our final game. What have we got here? Temple. I mean, I think this is as good as it's going to get, right? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let our Spectral Sailor, turn 1. Go into a Watcher, hopefully making the rest of our cards that we're going to draw, all of our Spirit cards, cheaper. There's pass. Spectral Sailor comes in. One to the bottom. Okay, we're going to go for Watcher. And we're attacking for 1. Pass the turn to Oppo. Next turn, do we play the Watcher? That type creature. I mean, that's not going to be useful. I actually kind of like here. I think I'm gonna tap this down. I'm gonna go in for 3. I'm gonna play a little bit more hesitantly than previously. I'm gonna keep up Lofty Denial. Go for Meletis. Now, on the off chance that opponent's strapped for mana. Okay, not exactly strapped for mana, but let's play this down tapped, and we're going to attack him for 5. Pass to Oppo. Go the Ruin. Pass. Okay, I'm going to go for a Herald. Rattlechains. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we don't have lethal, right? We don't have lethal. So in that instance, I think I'm going to attack him. Settle? Maybe a settle. Flash the Rattlechains in. And we get to give Hexproof. We get to tap. That gets pumped. Nice. And Oppo goes down to 2. This could be a Wrath. It's a scoop. Yes, come on.